As the ZANU-PF succession battle continues, we are learning of details of what has transpired, especially during the so-called failed Second Republic that took power from Robert Gabriel Mugabe with the promise of addressing issues of corruption. And we know what became after that. This is the most corrupt government to ever exist in Zimbabwe, and for Zimbabweans to cry out loud about the levels of corruption. The most pathetic issue is that this corruption is done publicly under the watch of the very same people who voted. Who did not vote actually, but who are purported to have voted for this regime that thrives in the name of being voted by the people. It is said that during the last days of Robert Gabriel Mugabe, when he was in pain and learning how military generals were taken down one after another by Emerson Dambudzo Mnangagwa regime. It is said that Robert Gabriel Mugabe shed some tears and said Chiwenga should not die at that particular moment, because he believed Chiwenga still had a role to play in terms of the governance of Zimbabwe. You would remember that Robert Gabriel Mugabe initially asked Chiwenga not to give power to Emerson Dambudzo Mnangagwa, highlighting how evil Emerson Dambudzo Mnangagwa is. Well, some of the fruits of the evil nature of Mnangagwa began to surface before even Robert Gabriel Mugabe died. This has been revealed by Jealous Mawara. Greetings and welcome to your lovely channel, the Hlonipani Global News. If you are watching us for the very first time, please do remember to press the red or black subscribe button so that next time when we beam live, you become the very first one to watch us. So this is what Jealous Mawara wrote about an hour ago. He says President Mugabe was devastated President Mugabe was devastated when the people who prematurely celebrated the demise of Chiwenga, General Chiwenga, started circulating messages that his sickness was unto death. Yes, the old man, sick as he was, wept, shed tears for the man he believed wasn't supposed to die, for he had a huge role to play in the governance of the country. In his own words, the old man said, General Chiwenga cannot die now. He has a huge part to play for the good of this country. President Mugabe had had trust in General Chiwenga taking this country forward, and the news that he was very sick and chances of survival were slim devastated him. He cried, shed tears for the general, for a comrade, for an in-law, for a good human being, and for a fellow Zimbabwean. We are all glad his prayers, the prayers of many other Zimbabweans who stood with the general, were answered. God had a plan with him. He still has. Time will tell. That is what has been written by Jealous Mawari, that Robert Gabriel Mugabe, the moment he learned that retired General Chiwenga, apart from other retired generals who had also died during that period, dying like flies, one after another, 1 week after another, being buried at the National Heroes Acre. It is said Robert Gabriel Mugabe shedded tears witnessing that also they were celebrating already the death of retired General Chiwenga. I think also Blessed Geza revealed that Mnangagwa had communicated openly that there was no chance retired General Chiwenga would actually come back to life. Remember, he was airlifted from South Africa unconscious, and the pictures that we saw of him circulating, coming from a hospital in South Africa. Especially an individual like me thought the man was going, and we witnessed it. At that particular time, we were saying, is Mnangagwa really? You know, I anticipated Mnangagwa to do so. That is why I have historically characterized him as a chameleon. Mnangagwa is a human being that you cannot trust. A lot of people see him quiet. Sometimes he's quiet, he appears nice. This is not the real Emerson Tambutso Mnangagwa. The real Emerson Tambutso Mnangagwa is he always tries by all means to maintain this fake Emerson Tambutso Mnangagwa. The real Emerson Tambutso Mnangagwa is the one who execute the death of the military generals. The real Emerson Tambutso Mnangagwa is the one who unleashes secret services to go to neighboring countries and around the world to hunt his critics. That is the real Emerson Tambutso Mnangagwa. The other one is not the real, it is the fake. The real Emerson Tambutso Mnangagwa is the one who unleashes terror on actually activists of CCC such as Mo Blessing Ali, and that pastor also, we remember him. That is the real Emerson Tambutso Mnangagwa. The other one that we always see, if you can see everything he says or he does, that he forces himself to say it. Mnangagwa is not a laughing person. He's always quiet. You see, during the tenure of Robert Gabriel Mugabe, you would see him quiet. I wonder whether even during the meetings of ZANU-PF, he would say a thing. This is the person who would just keep quiet in the meetings. He would say something outside the meeting, maybe to backbite the people who were participating, so that the then president could act against these individuals. That is who Mnangagwa is. And he was actually, what we see him doing, he plotted it long time ago. That is Mnangagwa for you. So Jealous Mawara was saying, Robert Gabriel Mugabe, as evil as he was, he shedded some tears when he realized that Chiwenga, he thought Chiwenga was dying, and he said he made a prayer and God somehow answered the prayer of Robert Gabriel Mugabe. And he says Chiwenga still has a role to play, only time will tell. And I think I predicted that I think this time we are almost towards the end of this ZANU-PF factionalism. Very soon it will be known who wins, whether Zimbabwe progresses or Zimbabwe remains stagnant and retrogressive under Emerson Tambutso Mnangagwa, or a new book or a new chapter or a new page is opened, or actually the old page remains. We have to keep on writing on top of the words of failures that are all over the page. Thank you very much for watching us. If you're watching us for the very first time, please do remember to press the red or black subscribe button so that next time when we beam live, you become the very first one to watch us. You can financially support this channel by pressing the join button and be part of our members who are the heartbeat of this channel. You can equally do so by pressing the thanks button and send us stars. Okancubu Mhlabane is signing out. Let me love and leave you. Let's meet on the other side.